So, hello. How are you all doing? So, I hope you have watched. I hope my voice is audible. So, I hope you have watched all the calculus related videos. This would be probably the last video on calculus, right? And we will be talking about fundamental theorem of calculus. Yes, it sounds very astounding, but you would have already seen it, right? And what is Newton-Leibnitz formula? You would be knowing this, but today we will see kind of a derivation of how do we get that, right? It's basic chain rule differentiation and the integration definitions, all right? Okay. Now, what is fundamental theorem of calculus? First part, fundamental theorem of calculus 1. What is that? That would say that integral of a to b f of x dx is f of b minus f of a. This is the definite integration, the definition of a definite integration. All right, where capital F of x is anti-derivative of f of x. Right. And the second one, fundamental theorem of calculus 2. It is that if you differentiate an integral from 0 to x, 0 not needed to be 0, it could be from any constant to x of f of t dt. Why I am using t? Because x is already used. Yeah, you should remember that you cannot mix up these things. This differentiation happens to be this. You can kind of think like it follows from the first one itself, and the first one can be thought of it follows from the second one. So these two are kind of equivalent, and you see that we are establishing a relation between what between integral calculus and differential calculus, right? Okay. So these are the two important calculus stuff, and I'll be using fundamental theorem of calculus 2 to show something called Newton-Leibnitz formula. Newton and Leibniz, you should be knowing, they are one of the founding fathers of calculus as we know it today. All right, Newton developed it, and it is said that they developed it independently, although it's a bit controversial and stuff. Because Leibniz had developed it, purely mathematically for mathematical background people. All right, no physical interpretation was required for Leibniz. He simply wanted to find the area under a curve. That's why he defined it. But Newton had his own agenda because he wanted to calculate the rate of change. So you can kind of say that Newton developed the differential calculus and Leibniz developed the integral calculus. All right, so we see what happens. So I'll be talking about fundamental theorem of calculus 2. Why does that come? And from this you can on your own try to exercise this. So what is the differentiation of integral from a to x f of x, f of t dt? See, you can call this as a function, but what is it actually? So let's say, and we are talking about f of x being a continuous function. We are only talking about continuous functions. So a continuous function, this is point A, this is x, right? So this area is what is this, right? Both of them are same, and you see that it depends on the variable x. So I will call it a of x. All right. So this is a of x, and if you remember, differentiation is equal to limit h tends to 0 a of x plus h minus a of x by h, right? So you see that what is a of x plus h? So if I take the area till x plus h, it's a very, very intuitive proof. I'm not saying this is a valid proof. All right. So the whole thing is a of x plus h, but this part is a of x, right? If you subtract this, you are left with this strip. We are left with this strip. What is the area of this strip? Now we are taking limit h tends to 0, h is very very close to 0 and f is a continuous function, so there is no jumping over here, alright. So we can almost call this a rectangle where this length is f of x. Why is it f of x? Because this is y is equal to f of t, right? And at x it will be f of x, so this is f of x and the width is h. So you can say that this is approximately limit h tends to 0 h into f of x by h. Okay, so this is an intuitive proof where you get this is equal to f of x. So second fundamental theorem of calculus is kind of proved for us. Alright, I hope this makes sense and it was fun to see. Alright, now what did Newton do with this? One thing I want you to note that if you differentiate from x to b, that is simply dy dx of minus integral b to x f of t dt, and this happens to be minus f of x, right? We saw in one rules of definite integration, we saw this. Now think about this, dy dx of integral, instead of x I will take some function of x, a to g of x, right? You can do that, f of t dt. So how do we differentiate this? We will use chain rule, very easy. So this is equal to, if I use chain rule, first I differentiate with respect to g of x of this function into the differential of g of x. Do you see this? Is this clear? Very clearly written. Now with respect to g of x, this is also g of x, this is also g of x, this will be fundamental theorem of calculus with respect to g of x into this differential which is g dash of x. So this should be clear. We are moving towards Newton-Leibnitz formula, alright. And Newton-Leibnitz formula, my dear friends, is very very important, especially in ISI CMI. They ask direct questions in UGA as well, right? In UGA they will ask direct questions. There have been previous year papers where they simply ask like previous year questions, like simply ask Newton-Leibnitz formula directly, right? Instead of g of x they will have maybe 2 power x or something, 3 power x, 2 power x something. Alright, so very interesting stuff these things are. Now similarly, if I have dy dx of integral from g of x to a f of t dt, I am sure you will see that it's just negative of what we did previously, and it will be minus f of g of x g dash of x. Alright, clear? Now I will combine these two. If I have say h of x here and g of x here, I will use one of the things which we discussed in definite integration, that I will divide this into two different integrals, a to g of x plus h of x to a, right? So now if I differentiate this, it will be the differential of these two. So from there we get the Newton-Leibnitz formula. Or Newton-Leibnitz theorem, or whatever, I don't know what is that called. precisely, but it doesn't matter. H of x to g of x f of t dt is equal to f of g of x into g dash of x minus f of h of x to h dash of x. This is what is Newton-Leibnitz formula. So you should be knowing this. There are numerous applications of this. It's not a big deal at all. So once you know this, once you understand the mechanisms of it, you will easily follow this thing. All right. So that's all for today. Applications and everything we will do separately in a different video where I'll be solving a lot of PYQs and everything. Okay. Chalo. Take care. Bye bye.